So,
How is your Salah? This one that you have time during Salah like this.
mo yọ wọn lẹ ní pé mo fẹ́ sáré ṣe nǹkan ni.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it's all right. What are you struggling with? What are you struggling with?
Fake BOS and inducement. And
Have
and
you have
and
you
I'm getting it kind of because I realized that inducement is kind of what we normally call divergence. It's
oh,
similar,
no, no,
very
no,
similar.
no, no, no. Don't bring old education. If you are mixing it with old
Okay.
education, you are going
But
to
it
be
looks like
struggling.
it to me. But I won't bring old
Forget it.
education. Maybe I shouldn't have said divergence,
It's
but
let, let me let me tell you what divergence means.
okay.
Look at it. This
Uh-huh.
this might look like divergence, but you have to have maybe like RSI indicator below here that it
Okay.
is telling you that okay, price, the RSI might be showing this, why price is showing this. Do you
Okay.
understand? You have an indicator below here,
Okay.
down below your screen, that is telling you that okay, oh, the RSI
Mhm.
indicator is looking like this. You
Okay.
see this? When
Yeah.
you begin to see this happening in the market and price is doing this, that's divergence to you for you. Or
Okay.
it could be from this level, maybe you have this. Do you understand?
Yeah.
And price is coming down right here on the what? You see that they don't go the same line. They are not correlated. Abiba Maso.
Yeah.
There is no correspondence movement between the two of these, between price and this indicator. Do you understand?
Yeah.
That is when divergence happen. And when you see that, does price drop the moment you see that on the on your chart? No.
Oh.
You know, it's not. Don't mix it with any old education. You know, everything
Okay.
I've passed through, everything I
Okay.
have passed through them, and I know what works.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So now the are you good with the supply and demand? This is your supply right here.
Mhm.
This is your supply. This is your supply.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
This is another supply right here. Every time, see, price is coming down. Let me do use replay mode. From this level up here, look at it. This is where we are in the market now at the moment. So everything you see to the upside is your order block, which is what? Which is your demand level. This is a demand level.
Mhm.
Okay. This from this top down here, it is still a demand level, but for a higher time frame. Price could come back now, then reverse from this level. Do you understand?
Mhm.
So we have that. We have this other one right here. We have this in between. We have this, which price has already mitigated this level. See,
Okay.
you see this? This is your demand level. So the moment price break this low, look at this. We have this right here. Look at how price did. We have this. You see this? The moment this low is broken,
Okay. So we
price
we
does
need
this.
to count, like we need to notice this internal structure too.
Yeah, everything counts in the
Okay.
market.
Okay.
Everything counts in the market.
Okay.
So when price is now coming down, let me play it forward. I will now be telling you that this has already turned to a, they are all supply demand now. This level is a demand level.
Mhm.
This is a demand level because price has already broken to the upside. Do you understand?
Okay.
You have a structure point there. So the moment price break that, it becomes your demand. And the moment price comes back to break this low, becomes your supply. It's
Okay.
as simple as that.
Okay.
Every time, if price is doing this, this is a supply. What that simply means is that we are expecting price to come back to at least the open to mitigate it or 50%.
Okay.
It could come as far as this, but we don't expect price to break this high if this zone is valid.
Okay.
That is why we need to mark everything in the market. So now this was a what? This is a supply level. The moment this low got broken. Now, if this high got broken again, what happened? Then this becomes your what? Demand level. From this high, from this level
Mhm.
down here becomes your what? Demand level. What we are now expecting to see is that price comes to either to the open or 50%, continue to the upside. This is another demand level because this high has gotten broken. So if you have this, look at this. Look at how price broke everything now. Now, this is what you have there now. This is what you have there. You have this. Hold on, I'm trying to erase some few things there. All right. Now that you see that this was demand, demand when price was breaking to the upside, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now price now broke everything from that from this level, from this low down to this level. Now price broke everything straight. It might not be a straight break. It might be like this. It might be like this to the downside. For the fact that everything got broken, what happened? We have supply level. This is your supply. From this low up here also is a supply level. You can see supply inside supply. You can see demand inside demand. All right. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to play it forward for you to see how price is playing around that level. Now price is coming down. Remember, this was a low. This was a low that price is not meant to be taken out. The moment, because it was a structure point before. We have this. Sorry, we have this to the. We have this price did this high low. This low is a structure point, and the moment price break that low, it is meaning that okay, that structure got broken like this. Then it becomes a supply like this. Buy to sell. Buy, price went up to buy, then sold, right? So it becomes a what? Supply level. All right. So let me quickly play
Hello.
it forward for you to see. Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
All right, all right. So this is what we have. Now look at this. Look at this. This is very tiny. This right here is tiny. This right here. You see price broke that high, right?
Yes.
Can you see that the high got broken? So it's still a
Yes.
demand level. It is still a demand level. This is your demand level right here because price broke it a bit. So what price can do is that price can come back to this level, still continue to the upside. But the moment this load got taken out, it is no longer a demand. This demand is rendered invalid. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
If it gets broken like this, it render this demand level invalid because price has already broken it to the downside. So it now becomes a what? Becomes a supply. Let me play it to see if it got broken. Okay. It hasn't, yeah, we broke it now. Then we have this buy to sell. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
This is a what? Supply level, other block. Then within we have this this is your supply within this major supply. This is contained within this. Do you understand? So you still have to mark everything one after the other. You mark this also because we don't know where price is going to, but if we are to measure the 50% of the whole range, it's going to look like this, then this is the whole range, right? Then 50% of the range is here where price could actually come back to this level, this right here. That's the 50%, which price could come back to when it is coming back to mitigate like this. You see this
Yeah.
for lower pricing. But because if you look up here, everything is already what is already efficient. There is price efficiency there. The only area we have left for price to mitigate is this candle. Do you understand?
Yes.
It means price could actually do this drop. If it does that, fine. It could come to the 50% of this inner week right here. Price could come into that. If it does that, fine. But all we know is that this whole area is the what? The supply level because it got broken to this downside. Let me now play it to see how that's going to play out and let's see. You see, price came back. He didn't tap this, but you will see clearly that he tapped this. He tapped this outside this, tap this. So whether it's going to come back for this or not, price is already efficient.
Okay.
What do I mean by efficiency? It means that okay, price might not come back to this level again, despite the fact that we still have this imbalance, this that little space that is here to be what, to be mitigated like this. Those weeks you get, despite the fact that we still have it, a tiny space there, it means it does not matter whether price, it doesn't mean that price is going to come back to that level. Do you understand? So now what price is now leaving behind is that is leaving what, now that this is mitigated, then remember money is still at the 50%. All right, but when you see this, price broke down, gave me this high, broke the low again, broke this low again, then this is another supply level. Do you understand?
Yeah.
The moment every time price is breaking to the downside, this is what we have now from this and this. So once this is mitigated and still drop, it will create another what, another supply level. That's how you will be having supply until the high got broken again. So if the high got broken again, then this is a demand level, this is a demand level, this is a demand level, and this is the overall demand level that contain everything. But all these ones are just internal demand to this major. This is going to be a higher time frame demand level because price has already broken this high. Am I making sense?
Yeah.
So that's, let me play it forward to see. uh, You see, price came back to that supply. Let's see if it broke it or not. Price came back to it, did what, broke to the downside again. This supply got mitigated. So it means price is efficient. Price is efficient up here. Now we have this low and this high also. So price is coming back to mitigate this again. See, we have this low got broken just yet. Where is the high that this low led to? This is the high. So that's your demand level there. That's your supply, not demand. Do you understand? This is what we have there. We have this low, we have this high, we have this low, we have this high, we have this low. Do you understand? Now, the fact that price is here to be mitigated here, we might actually induce this, mitigate this, or induce the two levels. All right, because if we move to the what, to a higher time frame, we might see something different. All right, this is 1 minute. When we switch to 5 minutes, the structure point might be different to what we are seeing here. So that's why we need to be what, switching from 1 minute to 5 minutes. If 1 minute is getting what, too complicated. So let me just continue to show you how those demand are formed. You see that price induced this, but it couldn't break this. You see that it means what price did was just to induce this level, then dropped. You see this was induced, price respected this high got respected. You see that?
Yeah.
That is because we are in the middle of the market. When you are in the middle of the market like this, that's what I said. It is only when price is coming from a what, a supply level. All right, a major supply which you will mark at the top and the demand at the bottom. So when price is in the middle of the whole range like this is how you want to be seeing your what, inducement. This is the fake BOS, then you are expecting this high to be taken out like this. Then just what happened here, do you see that
Yeah.
we have this low, high, low? Exactly what I draw, low, high, low. Then what are we expecting to see? We're expecting this high to be induced. When you have that at the back of your mind every time, that okay, whenever structure is going like this, you need an inducement. Once you see this, just wait for something it will mitigate. You will see clearly that it mitigated this week. All right, your stop loss comes right above here. Despite the fact that there is still money above here, some people will be waiting, they will have their limit set here, of which price is already efficient up here because it has already mitigated this level. So it might not come back to this level again. Do you understand? For some time. All right, so let me play it forward. Now we have another what? We have another demand level, supply level right here. You see this? That's another supply level. All right. So that's another supply level that you need to pay attention to. Why is it a supply level? Because price has already broken to the downside. This
Okay.
price broke the down. This is just an inducement to do what? To push price lower. Remember the Rhino wick. This is the Rhino wick that was left behind. You see this? This is the old supply right here. If you want to do, but this is an internal. Do you understand?
Mhm.
So price only reach out for the internal. This has already mitigated us also because price has already closed the whole thing right here. The only one that is left to be closed is this one up here. You see that? So now that we have this now becomes your what? Another supply because price what? Price broke this low. The moment that low is broken, you see how price is coming from the upside. This, everything that is left behind is what? Is your supply level. Price came to the 50% of this. The moment this got broken, it becomes another what? Another supply. You see that? So that's how you see price feeling. It does not mean that okay, price will come to the 50% or not. Do you understand?
Okay.
Like this, you see price didn't get to the 50%.
Mhm.
Sometimes we'll be waiting for price to get to the 50%. But once I see this kind of week, I really want to recalculate and see that okay, will it be okay? I will now say okay, this because price has already tapped this level, it is already efficient. Do you understand? So that's what you have. You have this supply level. What are we expecting? We are expecting price to come to either the open or 50% of this, then drop again. Do you understand? That's how you will be able to get your supply and demand level. This is demand level from this down to this level. That's your demand level. This is another demand level that is within this. Do you understand?
Mhm.
Demand, this demand is a higher time frame demand level. Let's quickly check that out. Hmm. Yeah, so now I want to mark this so that we will see that okay, from this 1 minute we can actually spot our higher time frame supply level. Let's go to 30 minutes and see what we have. 30 minutes. You see that this is a demand level. You see the candle.
Mm.
All those candles you saw on 1 minute, this they are this black candle. Do you understand? So it's a demand level as price broke that high. This this high, you see, it sold then bought. You see that sold from this high. You can see this is a buy candle. Then price sold here, bought here. Then that becomes your demand level. All right. So that's how you are going to be seeing them from 1 minute time frame. Okay, let me go back to 1 minute. That 1 minute is so sweet.
So nice.
Now look at this. Look at okay, this. You see, price did not break this week. That rhino week.
Mhm.
You see this? It couldn't break it. So if you had used the 50% of the week and the the above of the top of the week as your stop loss, also remember to always what account for your what for your spread. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So now, because if you are selling this and you just put your stop loss right above here, if your broker is a weak, if you have a spread account, maybe like 2 3 pipettes, and it might just weak you out, all right? It might just weak you out. That's why I always advise people to what? To account for something, maybe a pip or pipette or 2 pipettes above that week, so that when price is creating an equal high before it drops, it won't take you out. All right. So that's just the reason. But if you are buying, when you are buying, you don't want to account for SL spread. What you are accounting for is that, like, if you want to buy on this week and you have like 3 pips, 3 pips spread for on your broker, what you want to do, your stop loss is going to be right below. You don't have to account for anything below the buy stop loss. But what you account for
Mhm.
is the entry because remember when you are selling your this is the one that will take you out. This is how your broker looks like, your spread. Remember bid and ask line on your chart, all these 2 lines, everybody has it. It's just that some people have a what raw spread account that is not going to be showing you. It's going to be showing one line like this.
Mm.
They still have that. It's because it's zero. That's why there is no 2 line. But some other brokers will have maybe a standard account or premium or whatever or pro account. They might have this. So if you are selling and you use the same stop loss, this is not the one that will take you out of your sell. This is the weak. And now if you add this to your what to this, don't you see that it has already created the same high with this? So if you don't account for this, despite the fact that price did not get to the high of this, but because of this spread on the sell, that's why you get taken out.
Okay.
Ó máa gbá yàn jáde. Then but if you are buying, it is this line. Yeah. If you are buying, it is this line that will trigger you. The same line that will take you out on the stop loss is the one that will trigger you, not the this down one that will trigger the trade. So if you are using your your entry on the same level, let me zoom that level, that area. So now if you are buying and you are using your limit at the exact high of the week like this, and remember the line that will trigger you is not the down line like this. The one that will trigger you is this, is the upper one. If you are buying, this is the one that will trigger your trade. Remember, price is coming from the upside
All right.
to the downside. Yeah, so now we have these two lines right there. This is your bid and last line. So what you have in between is your spread on your broker. You have to find that out on your broker. If you check your broker now, go to the quote session, you will see what EU is writing, either 0.1, 0.2, 0.3. That's your spread. So whenever you are setting your limit, you have to adjust to this, so that when this line touches, it means you are not going to be using your limit here. Your limit is coming right above here, so that when this line touches it, it's going to trigger you.
Okay.
That's just by the side. I'm trying to let you see that this guy is so loaded. The other day I was having a call with my friends group, and they were like, they have never heard something like that before. The same thing I just told you, most of them, they were like, I have never heard anybody told me this before. I said, Opole. Ah. So now you see how I marked all the supply and demand level. Despite that, this is my demand level right here. This is 30 minutes demand level. And let me see, you will see that we have a bunch of structure inside. This structure point, this, 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 they are internal to this leg. Do you understand? Then it makes it to be like this. Do you get that?
Yeah.
You see price came right back to this. This came right back the moment this high got broken. Why do you think price came back to this level? I caught a sell in the morning. This sell, let me show you that. People were like, price did not get to that level. Alex asked me that question. 7 a.m. this morning, here, this trade. Yeah, 7:30 or so. Yeah, this trade right there. I caught this sell, this one right here. So it was like wondering that how did I enter this trade? This is how I entered. This is my entry. This is my stop loss right above here, which is about 1.5 pip stop loss. That's what I used. So now it was like it came to my DM and said, how did you catch that sell? I was like, he said price didn't get to this demand level. See, okay, on this one I actually got to it, because this is a demand level, but most of them were looking here, looking at this supply rather, not demand. Most of them were looking at this. Now, do you know what I did? I realized that okay, price has already induced. Excuse me. We have this what? We have this FB, we have this inducement. This is structure. Low, high, low, inducement, drop. Do you understand? The moment I saw this high got taken out, I know that something magical is coming. So all I did was just to wait for this to close. The moment that candle closes, a bit closed, all I just did was just to put my 50% of that week. That's my entry. I was just being conservative. I should have just used above this candle. It will have been 0.8 pip stop loss. Do you understand? But sometimes I liked, it was like confused that okay, what made me to pick this trade? I said just place your this candle, this horizontal line on your candle. Price got to it on this pitch, but if you go to FXCM, I'm not sure price got to this. There is an hidden supply here. But my point exactly is that look at what happened here. Look at it. I asked him that okay, I want you to go forward in time, you will see this level right here. You see this? At a point, this was a what? We have this, we have this. This was a supply level. Do you understand? This was a supply level, like more like this, because the moment this logo taken out, then it becomes a what? A supply level. No, yeah, that level. So this is your supply. You have this, or some people call it breaker block. I don't know if you know about breaker block. So this was a what? Another block that got broken. So the moment this got broken, it was supposed to be respected and continue to the upside. This candle right here, this structure point right here, was supposed to be respected for buy, but what happened? We broke it to the downside. The moment this low got broken like that, it became a what? It became a supply level. Do you understand? This from this low down here, that's your supply level. All right. We have a bunch of supply inside. A bunch. What it for you? You see, we have this. We have this. You see that they are all supply because price is broken to this. Is broken to the what? To the downside. It's breaking to the downside. So now I was like, he was now saying, okay, now that I saw your point. Because what you want to understand is that every time a zone is broken, break and retest. Remember,
Mhm.
you remember that retail break and retest. It still works here. Now, if I measure 50% of this, if I measure 50% of this, you will see the you see what happened. Let's say the 50%. I want to be sure if price got to the okay, it didn't get to the 50%. But my point exactly is that this was taken out. This low was taken out before, then price came back to that zone and respected it. Do you understand? So that's the reason for the sell. And believe me, even when I was selling that market, I was not even thinking like that. It was when he now asked me that, okay, what made you? It's not a month for price to touch where you are actually marking. You see, price did not get to this, but this was left behind when that zone was about to be broken. Do you understand? When this zone in the past got broken, this was left behind. It is a clue that when price is coming in the nearest future, this might actually block price. This right here might block price from going higher, then drop. So when I saw that rejection, I said, Gafar, it's time for you to what? To do your normal risk. I just used my 1% on that and it fell like an Olympus. Have you seen the Olympus has fallen? That movie. So that's you see how I'm marking the whole thing. You just have to be creative about it. Yeah, it needs a lot more of your creativity. Now, I hope that makes sense a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get the other block now. Now we'll go to the inducement of a thing. Now, inducement can happen within this level. It can happen like this, structure wise. Because this, if I switch to 5 minutes, you are going to see the structure better than 1 minute. But I don't have to go to do that because I understand better. All right. Now, for your own level, let's quickly cut it and go to 5 minutes. What we have within here. Then let me delete this. Then move to 5 minutes. See what we have. You see it now? I think 5 minutes seems clearer. Let me delete everything on the chart. Delete. You see that? What we have is that we have this price was coming from the upside. This one, which is the lowest. The lowest here seems to be this, right? Or is it an equal low? If we have an equal low, just use the high for the both of them. Then this, you see, when I draw that, I always draw like this. That when you see this structure like this, you see the same thing like that. Expect this I to be taken out. Once it is taken out, then it can now be. Why am I saying okay, it's an inducement, not fake BOS? Is because we are in a downtrend. All right, we are still in a downtrend. So when I see this happen, it's not a break of structure in a downtrend and in the middle of the market. When I see this, I'm not saying, this is a fake POS. I'm expecting to see an inducement below here before I can buy. I'm seeing this as another opportunity for me to what? To sell this, then wait for buy if buy presents itself. If it doesn't, then I will still hold my buy. Do you understand? So it's
So in
just
the
it's as
middle of the
simple.
market, we don't look for inducement.
we do, but not the kind of inducement that you drew the other day. Like this, we have this fake BOS in the supply level. This is the supply we had. Sorry, we had this supply level right here. This is the supply level. Now this it is this that I'm drawing now. I'm going to tell you where you should be looking for that. This is a fake BOS, then this is an inducement, then you expect to see what drop from here. And where would you expecting this kind of structure? Look at this. This kind of structure is expected around here at the swing points here. When price is coming back to this level, that's when you should be what? Be looking for this kind of formation, like this level, either the 50%. All right. When price is coming back here, that's when you will now be looking for what? Break of structure, inducement, but in the middle of the market, right here, all right, what you need to see, there is no inducement here, but we can say this is equal low, so there is no inducement here. Price was just dropping because it just induced something in the past up here. Let me see what induced up here. We have this low, we have this high, we have this low, we have this high, we have this low, we have this high, we have this low. All right, where did this lead to? This led to this. Okay, there is no inducement here also. We don't have an inducement because, why am I saying we don't have an inducement? Because this didn't lead to any low before it broke this high. This is always confusing when people see it. All right, it's always confusing when you see it in the market like this. Some people will tell you, yeah, but this is fake BS. This low didn't take out, this structure did not take out this low before it take out this high. So it's just like structure to the upside. All right,
Okay.
does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right, so you wait for structure to break the low first. That is when you will say, okay, structure got broken. All right, remember I said every time a low in a downtrend, every time the low is being broken is what is always your break of structure. So if price now goes back up to break the high, then that's when you will now say this low that got broken before is now a what? FB, your fake BOS. Then this is going to be your what? Inducement, because this is happening in the middle of the market. Now look at, let me show you now. You see as price is dropping, we have this low, we have this high, we have this, then price eventually took out the high. So this is how you expect inducement to happen in the middle of the market. But at a supply level, let me show you how that is going to look like at the supply or demand level. Let's look for a supply or demand level. All these ones, they are supply levels. This this is supply level. All right, that's a supply level. This right here is a supply level. Now let's see what happened here. When price, you see price dropped, gave me this structure point, then dropped to this level, and after a while price eventually came back to this level, right? So as it was coming back, this is when you begin to look out for this kind of fake BOS inducement to the upside. You see this
Okay.
is different to when you have only this. You see this price was coming from the downside, more like this. Price was coming from the downside like this. Let me draw that again. Price was coming from the downside. My writing is not fine this afternoon. Right. How are your children?
Oh, they're doing well, thank you. How about you?
They're fine. Is there holiday in the United States today?
Yes, there is. They're just in summer school.
Okay, okay, all right.
No, no, no. Actually, Muslim holiday?
Yeah, Muslim
No, no,
holiday.
no, no, no. They don't. They don't
Usually.
observe those. It's only Christian holidays.
Okay, okay. So now price was coming back to this supply level I marked here. You see this? Price broke it for a very long time. Now price is now coming back after a while. You see this? We have this, we have this, we have this, we have this high. Then what happened to this low? It got broken. That's your fake BS because this is a behavior into your supply level. Do you understand? Price is behaving into your supply level right here. Okay. Now, when the low got taken out, that's your fake BOS. You don't jump into sell when price is coming back here. That okay, you want to sell from this level. No, don't do that. Wait for this high to be taken out. All
Okay.
right. You
Wait
see the
for.
high
I
got
always have to wait for the previous eye to be taken off.
to be taken out. Yes.
So
The high
it's
that led to this low.
yeah.
That's what you wait for.
It doesn't matter if it's an internal eye or it doesn't always have to be the bigger time frame eye like the external eye.
No, no, no. It doesn't matter. Now, look. If you look at this closely, within the external eye that I marked from the past, you will see we have these structure points. Now, this eye didn't go above this. It means it is still respecting this supply right here. This is just an internal, but because this is the baba, the
Mm.
one outer is the baba of all the ones you see inside. So price can just come to the open like this and reject right here. Exactly what happened here. Let me show you what happened right here. When price was coming back up, do you see what happened? Because price has already broken to the downside here, this is where the structure got broken here. But when it broke this low, what happened? Price went back up again. Do you understand? To mitigate this whole zone, do you understand? This is the mitigation. So this is more like the last supply we had right here before price dropped. Before this price dropped. So when price was now coming back up, if you are waiting for price to come to possibly here, price has already come back here. Look at this. This has already made price to be what? Efficient right here. This so if you are to mark that, instead of you to mark this alone, just kindly extend it downward a bit where price broke and what came back to. If you had done this, then you will have caught that trade opportunity. You will have caught this. I caught this trade, believe me. This right here, I
You are
caught
the
it.
boss now. You're always getting everything. Hmm.
I'm not a boss, so I'm still a student of learning, believe me. So now
Hmm.
I caught this trade. The people were like, "How? What made you enter this trade?" I said, "This is another block that they couldn't see anything here. They are now waiting for price to do whatever." I said, "No, no, because this is the open of my other block. Sometimes I do some shitty thing, oh, all right. Okay, this is even 5 minutes. On 1 minute, there is a structure point that got broken. That breaker block right here on 1 minute. So I felt okay, this structure point got broken. But if price is going to respect that, let's go to 1 minute on this level and see. All right, so now, let me fast forward this for let me let me forward paste. What are you typing? I can hear your phone from here. Make it fast. Okay, this is what I was saying. You see that price broke that low. Let me show you. This low at a point, this low was supposed to be what? To be for buy because price was still here. Price was still here. When price is now coming back, that's the last imbalance we have within that region. So when price got to that level, we were supposed to respect this. But what happened? It failed. Price failed
So why do you call it imbalance? Sorry.
because no price has come back to mitigate this last space that we have like this.
Hmm.
This candle, there is no candle that has come back to mitigate it.
So every previous. Oh, okay. I was thinking
Yeah,
every previous
like
candle
this.
has to be mitigated.
Everything that's when you have balance in the market. You
Oh.
look at what happened here. Look at this level.
Hmm.
You see that almost everything there got mitigated. Look at this. We have this candle. This mitigated this. You see this?
Hmm.
Yes, this is here to be mitigated. This one right here. So price, you see reaction within that range, but because you want to break it to the upside, that's why you see that. But that level is already efficient. For this low to have been, because this is a what? A supply level. This right here, this sell to buy up here, that's your supply level. We have this sell to buy like that there. So everything has to be balanced. You see this week for this engulfing form after this candle closed, then you see this one came back to it means there is balance there. Then the ones that form after, you see this,
Mm.
there is still an imbalance on that candle.
Oh, wow.
There is an imbalance on this, there is an imbalance on this, but this right here mitigated this level. You see that? So
Mm.
it means all this one above here, the grandfather of them has already been mitigated and price dropped.
Okay.
So it's not a must for price to come back to this level again, because this is the baba that got mitigated.
Okay.
All right. So price drop, we have this dropped, we have that. You see that?
Mm.
So mitigation, mitigation. So price eventually came back for this, that imbalance, then dropped again. You see that? Then that's this one, that this candle right here is the reason for this drop, because price only came back to mitigate this, to make it to be what? To be balanced. Do you understand? Because there is an imbalance there. So price came back and also induced this high. Remember, something has to be induced always. What we have here is that we have this lower high, lower low. I'm drawing this, this. We have the same low. So this is the last high. I said every time you see the same low like just you use one high for them. So this low led to this high, which induced this. My chart is liquid. Do you understand what I mean? Let me draw it again on the chart like this. When you have this, when you have two lows like this, I'm assuming they are equal low. Okay.
Okay.
So when you have an equal low like that, then the price couldn't break it to the downside and gives you something like this. All you just want to do is mark them like this, that they share the same low. This, do you understand? So that's why this is a what? Low inducement mitigation. This is mitigation up here. Price mitigated this. We induced this high. This high got induced because there is a structure point there also. So
So
let me quickly.
there's a different candle for induction, and then there has to be a different candle for mitigation.
No, no, no. Candle has nothing to for
So
has
can
nothing
this,
to do.
because you were showing me induction. So the induction is the previous eye. As soon as the previous eye gets broken.
Depending on where it's happening, depending on the level that is happening. All right. If it is happening down here, you will not say okay, this you will not say this is a what? This is a fake BS or an inducement right here. This one. What you need to do is just, that's why the what the supply and demand matters. Once you get the supply right, once you get the supply right, let me go to the current market and see if I can see an example I can use to quickly share what I'm saying. Let's look at this market right here together. This down first. Now, when price was going up, the same way you can have one single candle, you can have a bunch of structure like this as your inducement. You see, we can have struck one candle formation like on this level. You can have structure point like this, you can also have it like this. All you just want to know here is that which is the lowest. We have our lowest point here, we have the highest point here. So this high led to this low. All right.
Mhm.
Now that this happened, we have this fake BOS to the downside, inducement to the upside. Do you understand? Inducement to the upside. Now, this is where the inducement happen. Then mitigation happen on this area, this. But because we are already at demand level, that demand level is a what? Is a very strong demand level. Let me go to one daily time frame. One day. daily time frame. Now, I marked this zone, I think few days ago, this week right here. I marked this the 50% of this week right here. This I said either at the open of the week or at the 50% of the week, price is going to what? To reject. Do you understand? That's why the trade I took for a while, I was taking my profit down here. There are some trades I took from this high. So my profit taking was down below this week because I know we are going to induce the week. All right. So now I mark this from a higher time frame. Does it mean I'm going to enter my trade based on this higher time frame? No, I don't have to do that. You just have to come to 1 minute and see what price is doing. Do you understand? So when price was coming down, you see a bunch of structure point. If 1 minute is getting you confused, I will even suggest you start trading 5 minutes for now. Do you understand? So that you will be able to see structure clearly on 5 minutes than 1 minute
Okay.
at the moment. All right. But 5 minutes, you have to wait longer. I might have even taken maybe like four trades before you
Yeah,
could pick one easy.
just start training me with 1 minute. It's okay. I'm getting it.
You are getting it, thank
Yeah, I
God.
just need to train my eyes more on the
Mm.
um fake BOS and
The fake BS, yeah, exactly.
induction because that's the only.
Exactly. So what you want to do is that when price is coming lower,
Yeah, 1 minute.
when this is okay, this is 5 minutes. Sorry, let's go to 1 minute. Yeah, this is 1 minute, right? As price is coming lower, you see it's going to be creating a bunch of structure points. I have this right here. I have this. I have this. Now, what you want to pay attention to also, so that you don't get yourself confused. When structure is created, just put a line beneath it.
Okay.
If you did this, it's going to help you to know that okay, is this the low or not? Now, price created an equal low right there. So you will be able to tell if the structure is broken or not.
Okay.
All right, when you see a structural point like that, then now we have okay, you see now when I zoom out, you see that this low is still lower than the rest.
Right.
This is still lower. You see it?
Yes.
So it's going to help you to decide that okay, did this low got broken or not, get broken or not. Now, for me to have seen that okay, this low did not break, then I don't have any reason to be saying okay, I have a fake BOS or whatever. Now I want to look for this low, anything that is higher, the highest point in this region before the break of this low. That's what I'm going to be using until price break this low before I can now say okay, where is the highest point. All these ones are none of your business, they are internal. All right, this is the highest point right here. Get me right.
Okay.
This, because price could not take out the low, this low, this low right here, any price could not take it out. It looks more like an equal low. It's not an equal low. If you are looking at what, if you are looking at if you are looking at structure low and high, okay, so that's why I use this horizontal line for you to see that okay, that low didn't break. I didn't mean we break it like this. I didn't mean the low was broken like this or it beats tiny, it beats like this, not like this. Look at this, look at how tiny it is. Then I will assume that okay, this is my fake BOS. Then the moment price went above this level, then I will assume that okay, this is my inducement. Do you understand? Because this low has already been breached, price is not meant to go below this level. All right, anytime a structural low is broken, it's taken out like this, then that's your BOS. Okay, so price could not take it out, it means that low is still protected. So this low now led to this.
Okay. Hello. Hello. Hello.
or inducement, I will enter wrongly into my trade. As this I got taken out, I might say, okay, Kulabe and my inducement, blah, blah, blah. And no, that's not an inducement. This is where price got broken, right here. All right. So when I have this, I have what? I have BOS, I have inducement, but this inducement didn't go higher. This could not lead to a new low. So when you are in a trade, possibly you enter your trade here and couldn't break the low. Price was now struggling, especially on this level. You see that when price is struggling like that, I quickly want to break even because I cannot take out any profit here. It's too small for me. So price still has something to take up here. That's why it came back. I actually entered this trade. I think this one right here. I took it this morning. But price came back. All right, came back. I actually took my profit. So price came back all the way. I left my phone in the morning. It came back. So I had to sell again from this level before it now hit my take profit. You understand? So what you want to understand is just to know where you are in the market and what price is doing. Okay. So now price is already approaching my what? My structure, my demand level, which I mark from that daily time frame. So if you want to go back in time on 1 minute, you might not even have any data to the backside. All right. So that is why you should understand where you are coming from. All right. When you understand where you are coming from, you will know where to expect your trade opportunity. I'm trying to see how I can explain this. Now that I have that low, I have this. Just look at it from this point. I have this, I have this, I have this. It means this is my break of structure, and I have this supply right here. You see that? That supply right here. So what price did was just to take out this. No, I mean, give me break of structure, BOS, and the moment this I got taken out again, then that's my inducement. The inducement, where is now the mitigation? Mitigation came for this level right here.
So you did not enter the trade for that induction. You waited for mitigation.
Yeah, mitigation will make you to understand, to know if it is valid or not. I could have actually said, okay, this is because this is another supply level. I have a supply level right here also, which could have even been the reason for me to jump into this one right here. What time is it? Let me see the time. Okay, it's 2 p.m. No, I stopped trading since. I didn't look at the market yet. Not this is not the one I caught. The trade I caught should be in the past. This level. Today is what, 20, right? So
Yeah.
the trade I caught 20th July this morning was, I think this is the trade I caught. No, not that one. Here. Can't remember. Yeah, this one. I caught this. I caught this one right here to the downside. So now what I'm saying is that because this is also a supply level, this that I've just marked is a supply level. You see this? That's my supply level. Now, price chose not to respect this one right here. Price chose not to respect this supply level. Is it valid or not? Yes, it is valid because this is your what? Break of structure. This is the inducement. The moment this I got taken out, this I got taken out and mitigated this level, it is valid for you to pick a trade off. But because the zone at which the price is the critical zone, that's why you see a bunch of this right here. It's coming from a daily time frame zone. Do you understand?
Okay.
So now price is already at this level at the 50% here. All right, price is already there. Then you expect to see anything, but I'm anticipating this price is going to push higher because it's coming from daily time frame what week zone. Do you understand? So what you want to do is just to the first thing you want to get right is marking your zones. Uh, once the zones are what are
So
being marked correct.
on my 1 minute, I should focus on marking the external zones more, right?
No, everything matters. Everything, because you don't know where price is going to react from. So if you mark the old zone like this, let's say I mark this old zone. Let me look for one. Let's say I mark this whole zone. Look at this. If I mark this, you see a bunch of things price did within. You see that?
Mm.
That's going to just annotate it. When it is annotated, and then you begin to mark every other one. Because when price is getting to that your zone, what you are expecting is to expect to see the price behavior. When price is doing this, you still don't have any behavior. Behavior begins when you have fake BOS inside your into your supply. I have this zone that I marked. Let's assume it's up here, and price does this. Then I will assume that okay, this is my what price behavior into supply. Then I'm now expecting to see what, to see price take out this high again. All right. Once it gets to this the supply level, I'm looking for where it's going to mitigate.
Mhm.
Maybe the imbalance, that something that is yet to be filled in the past. Maybe candle price is going to mitigate it, something like this. Let's say I have this within my what, within my supply level. Let's say this, I have this, I have this. You see clearly that price didn't cover this zone. So if price is now coming, this is going to be calling my attention, especially it's even falling. And the beautiful thing about it is that it's falling within my 50% of the what, of the supply level. So I'm going to be paying attention to that candle. So when I say that okay, this candle now make price to reject either with engulfing, you see I already have my what, fake BOS, I have my inducement.
Okay.
Then this is the what, this is what mitigation. So after the mitigation, I saw this rejection. When
Okay.
I see this rejection, what I want to quickly do is that if this is a week, I want to quickly find a way to either enter at either the open of the week or 50% of the week. All right. Then see if it's going to respect it. But if that is an engulfing candle, I just quickly want to enter off the, let's say this is what you have. You have this, then you have an engulfing candle like this. Either enter at the 50% or here, but mostly when you have this, possibility is that price will not come to the what, to this candle right here. Just use the 50% of the what engulfing and use the above this candle,
Okay.
your stop loss. So it's going to make it easier. But the thing you want to get right is that you mark your zones correctly. That zones mark, let's quickly mark this zone and see if we have price behavior into that level. I'm looking for the one I can actually use as an example. All right. Looking at this. Okay, there is no behavior right here. So this is more like an advance. Sometimes you will see break of structure, especially before your what, before the supply level right here. Look at this supply level. You have that supply level, but you see this kind of structure before the drop. So price did not come back to induce it before dropping. So when price now drop down to this level, it used this as your inducement level. When I see this, I'm not expecting to see this kind of inducement again, fake BOS inducement. If it happens, fine. If it doesn't, then I can take my trade freely based on the fact that okay, we induced the previous structure high. This structure high got induced. Do you
Okay.
understand? That is why there is, you just have to understand the concept. Then you had this one when my friend taught me this, when he taught me about the fake BOS inducement, it was through my own back testing for testing that I now realize that price also use this kind of structure point as an inducement. Do you
Okay.
understand?
Okay.
The fact that okay, this is your supply level, make it to be even sweeter. This is my supply level. That is my supply level, and price is coming back to the supply level right there. Let's say this is what I have. Let's say, let me cut that level. Your 30 minutes is already gone.
Ah, I know. But this
Yeah.
thing
Are
takes
you
a whole.
enjoying it?
Oh yes, this thing takes time.
It takes time, believe me. So
Mhm.
it takes time. So now what you, if I have structure point like this, is either I have two things for price, is either I see price does this when it is coming back, lower high, higher high rather, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, inducement. You see that? This is, you cannot say this is a what?
Mm-hmm.
This is a fake BS.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand?
Okay.
Because it is not close to this level. Do you understand? It is not close to this level. That's why you will not call it a what? Your inducement. So now I have this price is moving up higher, higher. So I have this. Is that how you see your what? Is that how you see fake BOS here? If I see this, I will take it as my fake BS because price is already approaching my what? My supply level.
Okay.
Do you understand? Price is already approaching my supply level. And that's the beginning of what? Your price behavior into supply. Now, this is a fake BOS. This one right here, that's the fake BOS. Then I'm now expecting inducement into the supply level. So I can have this. If I have this, if I have this, I can still take my trade. In fact, this is even falling within the 50% of the this week. Look to your left, this week. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
I can decide to risk my money on this because price has already done this, has already given me fake BOS inducement. Then this might now be my what? My mitigation. But I cannot jump into the trade on except I see this, except I see an engulfing or weak candle as a as my what? Rejection from that level. Do you
Mm.
understand?
Okay.
Because I already have what? Fake BS, inducement, mitigation on that 50% of the week. If I see this, I will wait for this candle to close as a bearish candle, black candle. Then the candle that forms immediately after it, it is expected 70% of the time. It is expected the candle that will form immediately after to come to at least 50% of that engulfing candle. Then I will have just quickly do my what? Limit there, then wait for price and stop loss comes right above here. All right. Then wait for price to see if it's going to respect me or not, or if it's going to hit me out. Do you understand that?
Yes. So the most important thing is getting your demand and supply level right,
Right. Yeah.
and then
Yes.
getting
That.
the price behavior. So if you wanted to
Yeah.
like if you wanted to scale in on this the way the price was going to the demand level, how would you have scaled in a trade?
Scaling
Like
in what
like when I
sense?
say scaling, like add more positions. Do you do
Oh,
that?
oh, 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 oh. That one is the easiest for me. Oh. That one. But you know, one thing is that remember you should not over leverage. You are still an infant with this whole thing. Don't feel that okay because it looks more like what Gafar taught me. I need to add more position. Don't do that. Stick with one entry. All
Okay.
right. You should start with the baby step. Okay. Then the once you begin to be what to be confident about the whole thing, then you can begin to add to it. All
Okay.
right, because if you have losing streak, it's going to affect your what psychology,
Yeah.
and we don't want that. So now let me quickly play it and see how price is coming back. Now when price is coming back, I have two things in mind. That is either price induce this high, all right, this high because nothing has induced that level since price left. Do you understand? I will have that at the back of my mind that okay, that could possibly be induced.
Okay.
That could possibly be induced. All right, so I will now say, okay, oh, now let me play it. I will say, okay, is either I have this be induced or I have this like higher high, higher low, higher high, fake BOS inducement, then this. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Mitigation, then entry, 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 entry. You see this? So
Okay.
that's what I will be looking out to see. You see two different things. Either price will induce this structural high or does this. Anyone. So
And you
let
would have
me
entered. What if it now gives that upper move? Then it takes you out of the trade for
it
what?
takes me out, yes. If it takes me out, I will still see that okay, possibly price want to come to the 50%. But we are going to see the kind of rejection we are going to have. Let me play it. All right, you see price going higher, giving me now. This is price is going to this price is already coming from a what, from a demand level. Now let's look at something here. This is a demand level right here. This right here is a demand level. Okay, we have this demand level. You see that
Mm-hmm.
price came to that level, and within that demand we have another demand. This, do you understand?
Mm.
Do you understand? So look at where that price rejected from. So now when price was coming towards this low, I saw price did this. I saw this high. We have this structural low. This. Do you understand? Then this is my fake BOS above here. At demand, price is going to break to the upside. At demand, price is going to be broken to the upside, then induced to the downside like this. That's what we have right there. Do you understand? Let
Yes.
me cut that again. I want you to get it clearly. So I have this. This is what I have. Price tap into my demand level. See that? Let me delete this. Price tapped into my demand level. All right. Now, within this demand level, I have this internal thing. Do you understand? So I might be saying that okay, and this, if I measure that, this fall within the what? The 50% of the demand level. Do you understand?
Yeah.
This right here. So I might be more interested in this than what. And when price is dropping, I don't have what, fake BOS inducement already. Nothing here. Price was just giving me normal structure point. So when it gets to this level, that's when I will begin to look, because if price keeps giving me lower low, lower high, lower low like this, I don't have any reason to be looking for any buy at all. Do you understand? Because the highs are protected, no BOS, nothing. Do you understand? So I won't be looking for any buy opportunity until this happens. Right, look at that. We have this. We have this. We have structure points. We have structure points right there. All right. Though we still don't have what? We still don't have the high broken. Have we?
No.
All right. But if you look at it closely, you will see that the low has already been broken. Do you see that? This low got taken out by a few pippets.
Okay.
Do you understand? So now that this happened, now that I see this, I want to pay attention to everything going on there. I'm waiting for this eye to be taken out. Price has already tapped my what? My demand level. I'm expecting this eye to be taken out because this low that got broken led to this. You understand?
Mm.
Then this eye now led to this. That's where you begin to say, okay, oh, are we going to have the high being broken or not? If I have it broken, then fine. It makes me to be preparing myself more for the what? For the buy. Look at it. It's yet to be broken. Oh. If this is how you see it and price still continue to the downside, you don't have any reason to be buying. Okay?
Okay.
If because this eye could not be broken. See, this eye could not be broken. Pay attention to every candle, everything there. That is why it is important for you to be reading that very clearly. All right. So when you have this, does that make sense, please? Does that make sense,
Yes,
please?
please.
All right. So now I have this. I'm expecting this eye to be broken. If this eye is broken, if this eye is broken like this, I will now be waiting for this low to be taken out again. Then it will now mean
Oh, so that one
I
is
have,
not valid anymore. The
which one is that?
the previous break.
No, this one,
Because
right?
no,
Or
this
this?
one, yes, the lower one.
This one is just for me to see that okay, did we take out the low? We don't really
Okay.
need any. We don't need this for now. We don't
Okay.
need this at this level. I just wanted to see if the low was taken out before the high, but I didn't know this came lower. All right, I thought this is the lowest we had before this high got broken. That's why I used this. You don't have anything to do with that. So now let me play it. Now the high got broken. So this is your BOS. Now, as this happened, while price has already has already what came to my demand. All I'm now expecting to happen is that this low got broken as my what inducement. If this low breaks, then fine. I will now wait for mitigation. And remember, we have something at the 50% of the demand zone we marked. So it makes the whole thing to be easy for me. If price start that and I see rejection, I will find a way to enter my trade. Do you understand? So now we have this. The high got taken out. Okay. Price does this. But if you look at it closely, you'll see that if this high again is taken out, then that's going to be your turn.
Okay.
Two levels of structure needed to be broken. So if this high get taken out, then it's going to be my turn. Then I'm not going to be expecting price to break this low again. When we have a turn like this, if we have this, I'm not expecting inducement to the downside again. I'm only expecting price to come back to mitigate at least the open of 50% of this and continue higher, because price has already tapped the demand level,
Okay.
right? Those are the scenarios that could actually happen on your what? On your demand or supply level. So price rejected, then we see this, we see this, then this is happening. You see how price dropped heavily. Sometimes I could even sell from that level, because if you look at those candles very well, I have these two candles that looks like an equal high, but price could not go above those candles.
Yeah.
All right. So and I just feel that okay, if I see any, if this candle close below and you see price mitigated the 50% of this week, this one right here, you see price mitigated the 50 of this, then draw from that level. But I'm not going to be doing that. I want to, because I'm at demand level. So if you're at a critical zone like that, just be patient. Though you don't have to be in a hurry for anything. Opportunity on the market though. All right. So now that I have this, I'm waiting for price to come and take out this low that led to this high. So this is what I have. I have this, I have this, I have this. So this is where my structure got broken. This is the first time structure breaks. Do you understand? So I'm now expecting this low that led to this break to be broken again. This is where majority of people are making mistake. Okay, when price is coming back, I'm buying from this level. So I'm expecting this to be taken out again before the buy will now be set. Now I will wait patiently and see how price is delivering. All right. So we took it out.
Wow.
Now that we took it out, now that that is taken out,
Hmm.
two things can actually happen right there. Is there that price will continue higher like that? Sometimes I want to, because if you look back in time, what did he mitigate? He did not mitigate anything right here. There is nothing. Do you understand? So this is where I have something to be mitigated. All right. So I will wait patiently. Despite, because without the mitigation, you are entering your trade blindly. Wait for mitigation to happen and see if you see trade opportunity. Now price came right into the zone I marked. Did you see that? So now that this is telling me that okay, if I thought you want to enter anything, I think price has already what? Has already gotten to the zone I was expecting price to come to. All right. So now this is a rejection on its own, and sometimes what will happen after this is that we'll have an engulfing candle. This is where the candle closed. We'll have a candle like this. All right. Let me play it to see. Oh, you see that the wick got mitigated. Now that wick got mitigated but could not break the low.
Okay.
More like what happened here. More like what happened up here. You see that? Could
Hmm.
not take out the low. This rejection, price only mitigated in 50. But let me play it to see if the low didn't get taken out. It created an equal low and did what? And moved up massively. See, this move up, then I can say, okay, I want to enter my trade right here at the previous week. I'm expecting price to come back to mitigate that candle. This one right here. Let me delete this.
The
I'm
50%
expecting
of that previous week.
No, not the 50%. I'm using the open of this week.
Okay.
The open, because sometimes price might just not come back for the open for the 50% of this week engulfing candle. Do you
Okay.
understand? So that's why sometimes I want to use the open. Look at this. Price came for the 50% of the engulfing candle. You see this? You see that week?
Yes.
So price came for this, but not every time it's going to be coming back like that. So if I see this, I'm just quickly going to place my trade at the open of this, and stop loss comes right below here. All right. Let's see if it got trigger or not. You see that clearly price did not trigger it. It just jumped. It did not give us lower week.
Hmm.
It did not give us lower week. Sometimes I will execute straight up because you might miss the trade entirely. All right. So mostly when I see this kind of move, sometimes I will wait, sometimes there are times I will miss a trade opportunity that will go as far as 100 pips from this low,
Okay.
because it did not come back to mitigate. That's another thing. This is how you should have done. You should have created a wick to the downside first, but failed to do that. So as they fail to do that, there is an imbalance there.
Okay.
Do you understand? There is an imbalance because there is no week that filled this previous week after the engulfing candle. So now, as price is now going up, you see now, it's because price, when you see price doing this, it means it's rejecting with a lot of momentum. There is huge possibility that, okay, that trade might not even give you any room to enter, might not give you any what control Z, might not give you any room to enter the trade. But if it happens like that, there is no cause for any alarm. So this is another zone. This is the other block right there. That price can mitigate the open and continue going higher, or comes to the 50% and keeps pushing higher. You see that? Do you understand?
Okay.
That's how you will have
So if you had
entered
missed that one because the wick didn't come down to mitigate the
yeah,
previous,
yeah.
so you would have entered from the 50%.
You didn't get to the 50%. This is the 50% right here.
Yeah, that's what. But it touched the part of.
It touched the open like this.
But you.
But what price touched here? But this is risky. If you are to take this, it is very risky. So what you can do
So what
when you
I'm
see
saying is the second leg, this one that came to mitigate. You see,
this one, right?
yeah, after breaking the structure, it came back to mitigate.
It came back to mitigate. Now, when it came back to mitigate, you see what happened. Look at this. This candle is telling me this is a indecision candle. So
Okay.
what I can do is that I can either enter at the 50% of the week, this previous week right here.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand, as my entry, and that's still being I what. If I enter like this, my stop loss is coming right below this week, because if price can should come down here, I don't know if it's going to take out the low. It's better it takes me out at this level than me risking that much. But for you that is still using what, that huge stop loss, if you use this from the 50% down to that week, it's still not much. It's still like 3 pips.
Okay.
You can still be managing 3 pips for now. All right.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Okay.
If you do this, it's still fine. All right, these 3 pips can still give you something good. Now for that price to have broken this high, then it left a new what, a new other block, this. But it's very risky to enter because price can actually come back to this low again. You know why? Something has to be induced. It will now be this level that will be induced, or it will induce this, then respect anything below here. Let's play it forward because I need to go back to meet those people. They are calling me already. So now, yeah. So now we have this. You see price, look at it. Look at the supply level I marked the other time. So you see price induced this.
Mm.
You see price induced this and dropped. When I see this happen, I will take my trade with confidence. Clearly known that, okay, price has already come back to, if you measure this candle right here, this last candle that was broken, this candle, that was broken, right? Because this is what we had there. We had this. Price was supposed to respect it like, but the candle got broken. So if you measure the candle, 50% of the candle, it could be that this is rejecting of the 50%. Let's find that out if that's what happened. This, the open and 50% forward. Do you see that?
Mhm.
Do you see it?
Yeah.
It's because of the whole
So
a
it's
whole lot
rejecting from the 50% of that.
of the previous candle that was broken to the downside. So it was a what? It was a supply, it was a demand candle before. It was like this before. Let me mark it.
Wow.
I'm crazy, right?
Okay.
Look at it. Look at it. This was the candle before. Price was supposed to respect it and buy, not sell. Before now. Here, look at it. When price got into that level, then it was supposed to buy up, not sell to the downside. Was supposed to respect it like this, but we broke it. So mostly when this happen, when a price point got broken to the downside, price is coming back to that level that was supposed to respect and sell from that level. If we break it again like this, if we break it again like this, do you know what's going to happen? Price is coming back for it like this, continue higher. Break and retest, retail concepts.
Wow.
So
So
you don't know
every
this.
break of structure has to be buy to sell, right? Or sell to buy.
Sell to
I
buy,
will I will
exactly.
definitely see even the smaller ones, the internal ones, there's always sell to buy, right?
Yeah, yeah, always, 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 always.
Wow. Because sometimes there's like some structures that they just inside, and it's getting me confused. Like I don't know if it's internal, is this a structure or not?
Yeah, the another thing I can ask you to do is there is this guy on YouTube. Go and watch his video. Don't worry, anything you watch will bid on it. Pips of Pasha. Look for the guy, Pasha. All right,
Mm.
Pips of Pasha on YouTube. Watch his video where he talks about other block, institutional candles and all that. So it will help you.
Okay,
Yeah,
because I'm
man.
trying not to get confused. I want to stick to only you and only you alone. Because
Yeah, that's why I'm
that
like,
thing confuses me. If I start watching another person now, like, and they start mixing the two together, except it's like exactly
okay.
the same thing you do.
It's not exact. It's not exactly.
So
Don't
just
wash it. Leave it.
let me
Leave
go
it. Leave
there.
it there. All right.
Yeah.
So you see now,
Mm-hmm.
when price now this is what I did. This is what I did here. Look at it. When price was here, it was a what? Was that at a point a buy, not a sell. Do you understand?
Mm.
The moment price broke this eye got broken. All right, because this is what we had. We have this low. We have this. We have this. Do you understand? So at
Mm.
the point it was a buy. So this is the 50% right here of this whole zone, right? And we have this candle right there. Okay. So when we are doing our analysis, m- believe me, millions of people are actually buying from this level, but their stop loss will get hit. Do you understand?
Yeah.
When price was here, there are millions of people that will be buying this to the upside
Okay.
because they will see this as break of structure, mitigation, continuation to the upside. So price chose to break it, okay? And why did price break it is because you use that as your what? Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. So that happened. Inducement dropped. Do you understand? So retail will see this as break of structure. We see it sometimes as what? Fake BOS or inducement. That's what makes us to be different. We do the opposite of what they are doing.
Okay.
They are buying, we are selling.
Market.
Yeah, so
Oh wow.
you see that then. Now let me play it forward. Now now I'm already in my buy. Let's say I put a buy limit here. I'm now saying, yeah, God, let it go up. Oh. Let it go up. Oh. Let it go up. Oh. I don't want my stop loss to be hit. Like this. 1.7 pip stop loss. Let it go up. Oh. The next that candle closed and the next one that opened, what happened? Smash my stop loss. So for this to happen, it means that becomes a what? An invalid zone. So in the future, when price is coming back to that zone, you will now see that okay, price respected it for itself. For itself. You see, touched it, dropped. Wow. I like the way you say wow.
Yes,
It's because I'm blowing your mind.
no. Sometimes I'll see your trades. I'll say, God, I wish I was you right now.
No, no, everything takes time. Every
Oh,
good thing you see takes a lot of time. If you see how many hours I dedicated today being my Salah, do I even am I supposed to be looking at the market at all? I'm
no.
not, but it's because I'm used to it. I saw opportunity I took. I saw opportunity I took. Then it's that easy. God has really made it to be easy. So that's the whole thing.
For you to be
Don't
saying it's
worry.
easy, it's easy, man.
Once when we are doing it over and over again, you will see. You will see. Even if it means for you to draw your this thing out, the
How do
outgo
you get
structure.
this pen? This pen that you're using, I need it because sometimes I remember how you do it. I'm like, I wish I had this pen, oh, so that I can use it to mark those internal structures sometimes.
What pen? This one
Yeah, this
that I'm
one
using
is
to this
drawing. Yeah,
one.
yeah.
No, no, it's from the Zoom. I'm using my
Oh, it's
Zoom
from
for
Zoom. Oh
is
my God.
Zoom. But you can be using this pen right here on your chart.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
This one right here, you can be using that. Where would you get that? Go to this this section. You see my screen,
Hmm.
and this is the pen. You see, I already highlighted it, favorite
Okay.
them. All the ones that I'm using is the one I favorite. Rectangle, highlighter, brush, polyline,
Uh,
polyline, yeah, polyline. So those are the ones that are useful to me. And that price reject from the demand level I marked and is shooting higher. I'm not interested in the buy. I will have entered. You know me now. That thing. Alumbafa. Who is his mate? Why is mate?
you already know how it moves. Like,
How he moves. God has really helped us to master that thing. Now let me quickly show you this. This this is a what? A demand level. But within that demand level we have this. Do you understand? So price broke it, broke that high, broke this, came back to where? Came back to it, continue higher.
you have taken that one.
Is that what?
You have taken that by.
Yeah, if I was on my phone, I would have taken it. So then, what else would I? Now, price has already broken this high already. So this is the what? This is the demand level there. So anything 50%, price could induce this low, then mitigate 50% of that zone and continue what? Your entry could come here like this. You could say, okay, oh, you are expecting price to induce this. Sorry, delete. When I say, okay, you are expecting this low to be induced, and your entry comes down here, anywhere below here, then stop loss down here. But it says that the stop loss is too much. If I want to find an entry here, this is what I will do. See, 4.4 is big. So now, until because of what price is doing, there is still so many rooms to be. So everything seems efficient here. And because the time of the day, I might not see the kind of move I want again. So, but this might actually happen for price to continue higher. You can as well do this, take out this low, then respect this. Do you understand? For higher pricing. So what you just want to do is just sit in front of your chart and see how those candles are forming and how they are manipulating those levels. It will help you.
Okay.
It
But
will help you.
you only trade because I was trying to wake up 7 a.m. your time to trade to see what you see. But
No. You if you want to if you want it means you have to wake up 15 minutes before what
oh,
has happened. Because you cannot wake up 7 a.m. If I show you 7 a.m. on this chart, you will see where the market was.
I actually woke up at 7. Like, me, I don't see anything. I just slept back.
7 a.m. Today should be somewhere here. 7:39. Okay, this is 7 a.m. So at 7 a.m., somewhere here is my 7 a.m. Yeah, this is my 7 a.m. What did I see? When I glance through the market, I see that we are what? We are bearish. This. Do you understand? I see that price could not take out this low. Then price towards the end of the session, price is giving me this. So I will expect to see either price drop, break out the low, come back. Because my target, remember the zone I marked from daily time frame that week. Because my target was still down there, I'm still biased that I'm still what? I'm still of the bias that okay, price is going to get to that low, this low right here, this week. Excuse me, this week,
Okay.
that week, because there is a lot of. It was yesterday or day before I told Slims that okay, that's where I want price to come to. So before he buys, all right. And if it's going to buy from that level, can it still continue going higher like this? Definitely it can. But there might still be what? There might still be you might still want to induce this low as well, but 50% of that level is still fine. But don't forget that okay, we are still bearish. We haven't taken out any high. No high is being taken out. You see that? So price might do this and just do this, take out the high, drop. But by the time price will get to this level, believe me, we will have given you over 100 pips, over 100 pips. So when I go back to 1 minute, I will now look at what price is doing towards my what? Towards the time. Now this is the what? This is the New York, the Frankfurt Open, which is my 7 a.m. You see? So what I want to see is that okay, will price break this to the upside or down? Then I will now pay attention. What can I see? What can I see? I didn't mean price break this low. Look at this. I didn't mean price took out this low. Then been, I would have gladly sell straight up from that level. But price did not break the low. So let's try and see if price broke it or not. Because that is as important as the trade you want to take. Okay, the low matters. So you can see clearly that price could not break the low. You see
Yeah.
that created an equal low. So you have to be careful, then wait and see what price does before you need a guide. That guide, I didn't mean this is what I had. This is what I had. I would have considered that okay, this is lower low, lower high, lower low. This is fake BOS inducement. Then I can easily sell this. Do you
Okay.
understand? I can easily say this because price will definitely give you clue of what he wants to do. Do you understand? But
Okay.
because I this low could not be broken, so I have to wait. So the first trade I took came around was around. You see now. Now if I see price comes above this level, I can sell. Do you understand? I can look for sell opportunity. You see now that high got taken out. So this is where my entry came from. This is where I sold. When I saw that okay, that high got taken out, you see now I already have manipulation set up there. This is fake BOS. This is my inducement. This is my first trade of the day, and this is my entry on this week.
Okay.
That's the trade. That's the first trade I took. So I took the 50% of this week. Yeah. If you look back, you will see that I mitigated this candle right here. This is the one Alex was asking me that okay, but price did not mitigate this. That's the one I showed you back in time that okay that got broken
Yeah.
this level. Yeah, so that's the first trade I took in the morning, and that week, 50% of the week was my entry right here,
Okay.
right here. The stop loss. came right above here. Just use like one pip stop loss. So then where's my target? I was actually targeting the low, but I wasn't really focused. So look at what happened. That low, if because the low is expected to be what to be taken out. All
Mm.
right. So now that will have given me one ratio 6.8 or so.
Why did you expect the low to be taken off?
Because this is an inducement. Inducement should give me true BUS. This is a fake BUS.
Okay.
This fake, I need a true
Hello.
BUS to for my algo to be. Then the high got taken out. That high should lead to this low inducement, mitigation on this level. All right, mitigation on that level. Then you see now price tapped that low. Then what? I closed my trade, but it seems it went a bit lower also. I can't remember. Yeah, I remember now. I didn't close it. This nearly took me out, but I had another entry right here when it came back. Why did it come back? Because look at that. It left this candle. Price left this behind. This to be balanced. You see that price did not mitigate that before it dropped initially. So that's why it came back for it. You see
Ah,
that? It
wow.
came back for that week. So that's why. So this is how I will have entered another trade. But most times, price before price drop, we will have mitigated it. On this candle, we will mitigate it like this. Once I see this, I can enter on this again. All right.
Okay.
Then like that, like that. You see, when price broke this low, where did it come back to? It came back to the imbalance we have here. You see that? And also induced this high. This high got induced. So that's how the market is moved. Every day, every time.
Okay.
Any question, please?
No, not for now. Not for
So that's
now.
it.
I have to just go and
That's it.
I have to keep looking at my charts to practice.
Do
Mm.
do I beg?
So there would have been a supply level up there for it to have
Yeah, yeah, there is a supply level, but that's an advanced supply. All right now, do take
so
care of
much,
yourself, okay?
Mr. Gafao. I appreciate it so much.
You're
God bless
welcome.
you.
I said, how many hours have we spent? Let me
Check
even look at.
check
Let
your
me look at. Let me look at the WhatsApp, the message I sent you on WhatsApp.
you can check on here.
I sent. I sent you a message as
Maybe an hour.
that I have 30 minutes to spare. Now that's 5 o'clock, 5:07. This is 6:49. Hmm. Wow. Now wow.
God bless you.
Lami is taking Lami is taking the whole time.
Because all these your students, they're just ahead of me.
Most of them have the whole they have the education